We're a quarter of the way through the 2025-26 NBA season, and while the usual stars are doing their thing, some players are making massive leaps that nobody saw coming. We're talking about guys jumping from role players to franchise cornerstones, from bench warmers to legitimate starters, and from afterthoughts to all-star conversations. Today we're breaking down 5 players having genuine breakout seasons. Not all-stars having another great year, but players who are completely changing their career trajectory right before our eyes. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, we have Michael Porter Jr. with the Brooklyn Nets. MPJ is averaging 25.8 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. That's a jump of 7.6 points per game from last season when he was putting up 18.2 with the Nuggets. Now, Porter's always had the talent. He was the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, won a championship with Denver in 2023. And we've seen flashes of what he can do, but he's never been the guy. In Denver, he was always the 3rd or 4th option behind Jokic and Murray. This season with Brooklyn after the June trade, he's finally getting the green light as a number 1 option, and the results speak for themselves. He's shooting nearly 50% from the field and almost 40% from 3 on significantly higher volume. What makes this breakout special is that Porter is proving he can be more than just a catch-and-shoot guy. He's creating his own shots, handling the ball more, and showing the all-around game that made him a lottery pick in the first place. The question has always been, can Michael Porter Jr. stay healthy and live up to his potential? Well, through the first quarter of the season, he's answering that question with a resounding yes. If he keeps this up, Brooklyn might have accidentally stumbled into their next franchise player. At number 4, we've got Sheppard of the Houston Rockets. The number 3 overall pick in the 2024 draft is averaging 13.0 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. That's an 8.5 point per game increase from his buried rookie season, where he only managed 4.5 points per game. Here's the story. Sheppard was stuck behind Fred VanVleet all of last season, getting minimal minutes despite being a top 3 pick. But when VanVleet went down for the season with an injury, Houston had no choice but to hand Sheppard the starting point guard role. And what has he done with it? He's absolutely seized the opportunity. The kid just dropped a career-high 31 points against the Warriors. He became the youngest guard in NBA history to record 4 straight games in double figures while shooting 80% or better from the field. That's not just good. That's historically efficient. What's impressive isn't just the scoring, it's the maturity he's showing as a floor general. 3 assists might not blow you away, but for a 20-year-old running an NBA offense for the first time, he's making smart decisions and not turning the ball over. The Rockets are finally seeing why they took him 3rd overall, and if this is what he looks like now, imagine what he'll be in 2 or 3 years. Number 3 is Deni Avdija with the Portland Trail Blazers, averaging 26.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 6.2 assists. That's an increase of 8.9 points per game from his time split between Washington and Portland last season. Avdija has completely transformed himself into Portland's number 1 option. This is a guy who was a solid role player in Washington, bouncing around as a 3rd or 4th option. The Wizards traded him to Portland midway through last season, and this year, he's fully taken over. Get this, Avdija leads the entire NBA in drives per game with 19.4. That's more than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's not just taking more shots, he's completely changed his game to be an aggressive, downhill playmaker who's attacking the rim relentlessly. He dropped a 31-point triple-double against the Thunder and went for 37 against the Spurs. The craziest part? He's in legitimate all-star conversations. A year ago, nobody was talking about Deni Avdija as an all-star. Now he's carrying a franchise on his back in Portland, showing that sometimes all a player needs is opportunity and belief from their coaching staff. The Trail Blazers took a chance on making him their guy, and it's paying off in a massive way. Coming in at number 2, it's Austin Reaves of the Los Angeles Lakers. Reaves is putting up 29.3 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game, a massive 9.1 point per game jump from last season's 20.2. Here's what makes this breakout so wild. Reaves went from being LeBron James's sidekick to being Luka Doncic's co-star. When the Lakers acquired Luka in the offseason, everyone wondered how Reaves would fit. Would he take a step back? Would his role diminish? Instead, he's having a career year as the Lakers' clear number 2 option. The man just went off for a career-high 51 points against the Sacramento Kings. Over his last 6 games, he's averaging 33 points per game. This isn't a hot streak anymore. This is who Austin Reaves has become. He's shown he can play next to a ball-dominant superstar and still thrive, which is exactly what championship teams need. What separates Reaves from other breakout players is his two-way impact. He's not just scoring. He's playing defense, making plays for others, and doing all the little things that winning basketball requires. He went undrafted in 2021, and now he's one of the most valuable players on a championship-contending Lakers team. That's a breakout story for the ages. And at number 1, we have Nickeil Alexander-Walker with the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 20.7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 3.4 assists. That's an 11.3 point per game increase from his 9.4 last season with Minnesota, the biggest jump of anyone on this list. This is the perfect example of what a change of scenery can do for a player's career. NAW was buried on the Timberwolves bench, playing spot minutes and never really getting a chance to show what he could do. Atlanta took a chance on him with a 4-year, $62 million contract in the offseason, and he's making them look like geniuses. When Trae Young went down with an injury early in the season, Alexander Walker stepped into the starting lineup and hasn't looked back. Since those first 2 games where he was adjusting, he's averaging 21 points per game on absolutely ridiculous shooting splits. 48.7% from the field, 42.2% from 3, and 85.7% from the free throw line. The Hawks saw something in him that Minnesota didn't, a player who could be more than just a defensive specialist off the bench. They gave him the opportunity to be a primary scorer, and he's proven he belongs in that role. At 26 years old, this might be his last chance to establish himself as a legitimate NBA starter, and he's not wasting it. That's why Nickeil Alexander-Walker is having the biggest breakout season in the NBA. So there you have it, 5 players who are completely changing their careers this season. From Michael Porter Jr. finally getting his shot as a number 1 option to Nickeil Alexander-Walker proving he's more than a bench player, these guys are making the most of their opportunities. The NBA is always evolving, and watching these breakouts happen in real time is one of the best parts of the season. Which of these breakouts surprises you the most? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more NBA content. I'll catch you in the next one.